Hello, I'm Carol McNeil, and this is the summer edition of CBC News Sunday. Hello and welcome to the summer season of CBC News Sunday. Our regular season is over, but the Sunday team is working hard behind the scenes gathering new material for the fall. And don't worry, we will still be here all summer long with a special one-hour edition of CBC News Sunday. But we start our summer season with a behind-the-scenes look at the family feud that threatened to consume the Liberal Party even before the federal election was ever called. There's been a lot of political infighting in the party under Paul Martin's leadership. Some have even called it a civil war. Nowhere were the divides within the party made more public than in several heated nomination fights between Liberals hopeful of being their riding's nominee. And the hottest battle of all, the one that made national headlines, took place in the Ontario riding of Hamilton East Stony Creek. That's where Tony Valeri, Paul Martin's transport minister, duked it out with Jean Chrétien's deputy prime minister, Sheila Copps, for the pride of place as the party's candidate. And that's where our cameras got an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the battle for the heart of the Liberal Party. Both sides gave us unprecedented access to their campaigns and to their lives in the final days of the campaign. And if you think you know what went on from the newscasts and the papers, you might want to think again, especially after this story. Here's a very up-close look at the showdown in Steeltown.
When does it end? Go and find something that you can do.
You have no idea, in the Liberal Party, how many people are very sympathetic to my situation privately, but they're afraid to speak out. Because if they speak out, the power of nomination will be used to whack them.
I think a lot of people are just tired of the whole thing. They want to move on.
So anybody else follow the politics? Anybody have an opinion or anything? It's the Canadian way, isn't it? It's like lining up a bunch of clowns. This one's funny. Let's take them. Let's take them. Come on. You're the clown that makes me laugh. In the office you go. Wah, wah.
Top story, all eyes will be on the riding of Hamilton East Stony Creek this weekend.
I think they should fight.
When I'm crazy all the time.
And I couldn't stand her as a heritage minister either.
I don't like him. I think Sheila will win though.
This has absolutely nothing to do with a national campaign at all.
We need more females in female politicians.
I don't like Sheila Copps. I think she needs to go. Her time is done.
From everything I hear, it's going to be really, really close. I think it's too tough to call.
I mean, on Saturday, it's basically my battle of life or death. I think Tony Valeri's been a very good backroom operator for Paul Martin.
I like Sheila Copps. I have no problem with her. I've worked with her for the last 10 years.
I don't really know Tony.
This is the power of Hamilton East, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're ready. Ciao, ciao. See you later.
I think Paul Martin and his people made a decision a long time ago that they would excise from the political map any person who didn't support them.
6-11 and 6-8.
Nice to see you. Thank you so much for your support, eh?
Bonjour, bonjour, comment ça va?
It is a door-by-door, street-by-street battle. You have to know who supports you and you have to get them out.
So we need you that day, okay? Thank you so much. Ça serait calme. Ça serait calme.
What you have here is the riding of Hamilton East Stony Creek. When you're freed up, I need you for a minute.
Sure.
But you're not yet?
Yeah, no.
We have approximately 11,000, in round numbers, 11,000 Liberal Party members who can vote in this contest. We have roughly 6,500. He has 2,000 less. This is one area where we have close to 35, maybe 4,000 votes.
Most of them tend to be people who are newly living in Canada, so they speak many different languages. But what's it called? The real name? Meat. No, I know it's meat. No, I know roast.
In our own language.
In your language, what do you call it?
In fact, we also don't know.
Mergoz? No mergoz? No, it's not mergoz, eh? I'm running against Tony Valeri, but Paul Martin is behind Tony Valeri pulling the strings. So in a sense, I'm running against both of them.
What's going on in this riding is a result of riding redistribution. Two ridings that essentially have come together into one.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Well, he's about as blue a liberal as I know.
This is about Hamilton's future, and it's about moving the community forward. And as a mayor of Hamilton, I have to ask myself what good it would do the community to lose a cabinet minister.
Thank you all for coming out this morning.
I think our network ability shows that Tony's support is grassroots and is on the ground. I mean, these are local people who decided to do this.
Good afternoon, Tony Blair, campaign headquarters.
It's a crazy week. How do you get 7,000 people to sign up for the party in your area with some backroom boy kind of strategy? The fact is, Mr. Valeri's been an effective member of Parliament for his community for the last 10 years.
Great, thank you very much. We certainly really do appreciate that.
Maybe 5 members.
5 members? 5 people will come out tomorrow and vote? Great. Are you guys okay for
This isn't door-to-door, it's targeted.
This should be interesting.
In a normal election, you go door-to-door and you try to hit everybody, but this, we want to actually target the members. And in this case, we're targeting Sheila's members.
Great. Thank you very much, sir. It's good to meet you. Baramani and Chunga Firmalange. And Gigi.
I've had a lot of close contact with that particular community in the past because I used to work for her, right?
You used to work for Sheila?
Yeah, I did. I worked for her for 3 years.
Will you be supporting Mr. Valeri?
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, have a nice day.
DDG?
Yeah.
I can really identify her strategies as well as have more of a one-on-one with a lot of her people because, I've spent so much time and in most cases it was myself and my team that actually brought them onto her campaign to begin with.
How dirty is it?
How dirty? Oh. The rumor mill, right? Am I running for the NDP? No, I'm not.
I don't know what they're doing.
No, somebody from the other team is putting that out because I got a phone call last night at 8:30 saying they had it on very good authority that I'm running for the NDP. What's the most difficult is that the rules of the Liberal Party on memberships are so confusing and so convoluted that they are misunderstood by most and easy to manipulate. And that's why it's pretty unsavory.
You asked earlier whether I'm Paul Martin's henchman, because that seems to be the national perspective, and that's wrong.
Some people say, well, I'm complaining. Well, of course I'm complaining. I'm not just going to go and slink away into the night while somebody tries to win this riding by stealth. I will not.
Well, I think the people that get Sheila really get her well. The people that don't get her at all. And there's a lot of the national press that don't get her. They think she's rough around the edges and loud and aggressive and a whole bunch of things. And I've even saw one national columnist talked about, the different types of feminism, how Sheila was the old style one and somebody like Anne McClellan was a newer style, more collaborative one. They just don't get it.
So he's going to teach us a little bit of Punjabi now. Okay, you got to go now. Gulja.
Apna Punjab hove,
Kadi sharab hove, apna Punjab.
My comments to Paul Martin would be no class whatsoever, and his silence spoke volumes. And it's so phony to get up and talk about wanting women in politics when the biggest icon in the Liberal Party, and I would argue the most successful woman in the history of the Liberal Party in Canada, is treated like this. My wife is not perfect. She has her faults. But I'll tell you, she's a fine person, and there's no better Liberal or nationalist in this country.
You need someone of integrity in this country, and I can tell you there's no one with more integrity than Sheila.
Now, that's not a biased opinion.
No, but
she just happens to be your daughter.
And yes, you know, she doesn't talk about it a lot, but she's very much like her father, fighter, you know, little guy for the little guy, all the things that really count.
We need some heavy scoring here, Luca. No. Oh, Luca Valeri, you scored. That was you. That was you. How dare you score on me?
He's definitely the boss when it comes to politics.
Oh, you guys.
What's wrong?
This is the part I don't like of this sport.
Yeah, Tony's hair has changed quite a bit over the years, hasn't it? The former Prime Minister was always very good to Tony, and he gave him many opportunities in his career. So he looks back on these moments as something that's very special. It's not about, you know, Paul Martin asking Tony to take out a former, you know, loyalist of Chrétien's. It's just not about that. I don't enjoy reading the newspaper anymore. I don't enjoy watching the news anymore, because certainly through this, you know, particular nomination race, you know, things have been said and things have been written that, you know, they're half-truths and you only hear half the story, and, you know, this is your husband they're talking about, right? And they just don't get it.
What are you going to do if your dad wins?
I don't know, but I know what he's going to do if he doesn't win. You said you were going to go into real estate or something?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I said I was in real estate.
Oh.
That would have been before you were born, actually.
Oh, sorry.
I wouldn't be a pawn on anybody's chessboard. I'll have to open that door.
From outside?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, I get criticized by a lot of my buddies that are in the automotive business. Say, why don't you buy a new truck? Why don't you buy a new car? I think music is a lot like politics. I mean, music is all about the moment in every way, and I think politics can be like that as well.
Okay. It's going to be a little hectic, and it's going to be pretty crazy.
This is a meeting this evening of individuals that are the core of the selling group that have gone out and sold all of the memberships through their own networks.
All of you have heard that she's said that this thing's rigged. And what's brutal about that is that I think that that's a slap in the face to all of you.
We need about 40 people, but I think the other thing is we need to bring them in on Thursday night and give them a really good training session, because this thing's going to be crazy.
And Sheila's strategy from day one, and because she's very old style oriented, she'll want to have all her people there cheering Sheila, Sheila at noon when she says her speech.
My opponent is going to have a hard time finding parking spots. So he has told everybody, go over to Fiesta Mall. So what we need to do is have some yellow ticker tapes that just get the whole area. So if they want to park, they're going to have to park over by Fortino's and probably get kicked out.
The people who are manning the tables for the party are first and foremost neutral. Secondly, this is kind of the A team in the Liberal Party across Ontario for running these kind of meetings. So we're very confident.
The vote's tomorrow. I think whoever gets picked should be the person that can actually make a hockey team come to this town. There's been a Cops Coliseum. I think it's Sheila Cops' job. I think her name's on the marquee.
Set. They're off! Heavy going through the early stages of this long steeplechase as they come to the water jump for the first time. Increasing their...
There's the snatch. Struggling through the clean and jerk. He's got it. Can he hold it? Can he? The front pike with a difficult full extension. Ooh, they'll feel that later. Setting up for the half twist.
One Advil. For today's tough pain, one is often enough.
It's easy to see what goes into making every Honda a Honda. Especially now, during our checkered flag event. Get the remarkable Honda Accord, one of Car and Driver's 10 best, with just 2.8% financing. Accord comes with a race-bred VTEC engine and a 5-star safety rating. Hurry in. There's no test drive like a Honda test drive, and no event like Honda's Checkered Flag event.
The experts at Oral-B are on a mission to protect your teeth and gums with the new Oral-B Professional Care 7000. Its 3D action removes more plaque than Sonicare Elite and even reverses gum disease. Oral-B Professional Care. Brush like a dentist.
A new summer sound with great new shows plus some of your favorites. All day, every day.
Catch some summer waves
On CBC Radio 1.
When major events happen, Canadians turn to CBC News.
We will move forward to make a great country.
Balanced coverage.
The sponsorship scandal and the criminal charges.
I have no connection to Al-Qaeda.
Leading correspondents focus on news that affects you. The source Canadians trust.
We're the champions!
CBC News, The National. Weeknights at 10.
What do you do when he wants meat lovers? She wants a Supreme, and you want your favorite? Well, Pizza Hut's got the answer. The incredible new 4-for-All. 4 individual pizzas filling one box from corner to corner for just $13.99. All on a not too thick, not too thin crust. The one and only 4-for-All. Just $13.99. Only at Pizza Hut. So make everyone happy. Call Pizza Hut tonight. 987-6543.
Hang on, I'm gonna slap one on here.
From the Coen brothers, the story of 3 stumbled bum convicts.
We're in a tight spot.
With a plan, but not a clue.
Who elected you leader of this outfit?
If you just stick with me, we can fix this thing. They're on a quest.
Come and get us, Converse!
George Clooney, John Turturro, Holly Hunter, and John Goodman. Old Brother, Where Art Thou? Monday at 8 on CBC.
There.
The battle between Sheila Copps and Tony Valeri for the Liberal nomination in Hamilton Stony Creek was billed as a slugfest between the old and new Liberal Party, a battle between Jean Chrétien's team and the people that put Paul Martin in power. But in the hours before the final vote that would likely end at least one high-flying political career, the fight turned from team politics to the politics of personality, and it became more about Tony and Sheila than anyone else.
Recapping this hour's lead story, the final day before the big nomination meeting in Hamilton East Stony Creek tomorrow for the Liberal candidate in the upcoming election.
I think that I think a lot of people believe, and I'm a resident of Stony Creek, and quite personally, I don't really want you to represent me.
The folks that are saying that it's negative, that the comments are negative, or that you're criticizing our Prime Minister, he needs criticizing.
People don't even know you. They don't know your name. What's the guy done for Hamilton?
I know that in my experience in dealing with all the political leaders in Hamilton, that Tony Valeri, Stan Keyes have shown a willingness to go in a new direction.
Tony, thank you. Thanks for coming in this morning.
My pleasure.
Tony Valeri, the Federal Transport Minister.
All right, here's the big kick. I think. Faked him out.
Somehow I lost my coat. Anybody see my coat? Hey, how are you?
I don't know if I could take more than one hockey game with you. You beat me so badly all the time. It'd be a little embarrassing.
704, and then 311 and 305. The ones are just people that phoned in themselves and wanted membership. 705. Keep on rolling till I can't see you anymore. Oh my God. I didn't put my makeup on yet. Don't look at me.
Did you read this front page? The Clash of the Titans.
For me, at the end of the day, it's about making a difference. The day that I can't is the day that I go. And so I want to thank you. I think it's a huge, huge day for us, and I know that we'll be really successful. So thanks a lot.
Hey. I know we can.
Yeah.
We will. That's it.
Would you have called News World already? At 10 o'clock, right? And that's a one-on-one?
You got to keep on rubbing at the same old thing. Ain't that crazy?
You've seen this, of course.
You gotta be crazy.
I want to get out of here. I'm just not doing anything. I'm not doing anything productive other
No,
than
you're not.
bugging everybody.
You're bugging everybody, yeah.
Holy smokes! What the heck is this? What a mess.
You got to keep on rubbing at the same old thing.
I should say something in Italian too, and in French.
We're doing it at the start.
We haven't added that.
Driven by the short term. Yeah, a separate sentence in there. Well, that's not right, though. Drop the "I was happy."
Even when my husband was the mayor, you know, and he was unbeatable, really, he was. But I didn't even watch the results until after it was sure. So I'm not a cool watcher of elections. But
You cannot get in a fight with anyone, okay? You got to promise me that you're going to be smiling and sweet to every single person. Promise?
not every single person.
No, you got to promise me. Come on.
Anto, how are you? This is CBC. They've wired me for the day.
Oh, you're wired.
I am.
I better be careful what I say then.
I just don't want her to go crazy.
We'll do it.
Punch somebody or something.
No, she won't. No.
Huh?
She won't.
Oh, yeah?
4:35 is long. You have 10 minutes.
We're ready to go. Gozara's here. So where's Paul?
I'm here.
No, the other Pau. There's Pau. Pau. No, Pau.
No, but she
Can you
needs
shut
a
the
comment.
camera off so I could get him out of here?
Just a minute.
He's got a camera there, he's been here all day.
You know, these guys coming down from the mountain telling people who to vote for. What she didn't mention was the fact that she tried to lobby Joe to come out and support her, and Foxcroft as well.
Yeah.
And when they were denied, all of a sudden now they're, you know.
Yeah.
Good morning. Sheila Kopp's here. Don't forget to get out and vote. This is like the real politics. Good morning.
Sheila needs your vote. Please go out and vote for Sheila Kopp today.
I work with Tony in Ottawa.
So you're coming in from Ottawa?
Oh yes, I drove in yesterday.
Did you hear about?
Yeah, that's tacky.
Did you believe that?
You're very brave, sir, to be out with no shirt on in this weather, but you're from Hamilton. Good morning, Sheila Kopp's. Oh, I think he just gave me a finger.
Well, I noticed a lot of buses parked in the parking lot right behind the school. It appears as though they were set up there in order to keep people from parking there.
Obrigado. Everything. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you.
Oh, they're all cops, bud. They've all got cops' signs on them.
Sheila Kopp's vote from 1
Yeah,
to
let's pull up over here.
7 p.m. Thank you, everybody.
You got to do Punjabi, up and up Punjabi. Yeah. Come on. Please do it right now. Quick. Yeah. There's all kinds of media there. Go.
Apna Punjab hoye, apna Punjab, apna Punjab. Vote for Sheila Kopp. Thank you, everybody.
Apna Punjab hove, Gardi Sharab hove, Apna Punjab hove. Speriamo di andare avanti. Great to see Eric Cunningham here from Burlington. Speriamo di andare avanti.
Nomination day. Well, he asked me, what does Tony do come Monday, you know, if you win? And I said, he goes back to work and I get my life back. I thought that was good, Lonnie, huh?
Good morning. How are you?
You excited?
Nervous. I'm, my stomach's churning a little bit and all that stuff.
How are you? Hey, Victoria. How are you?
Hey, how are you guys?
Are you responsible for that yellow sign that says mob?
No, absolutely not. No.
We'll see you. Everybody's ready?
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, guys. The hard work is starting now, so I don't want to take you from your work, but just to say thank you, because this wouldn't be possible without all of you, and I want to just thank each and every one of you. So, thank you. Thank you.
Today, as members of the Liberal Party, you will decide to take hold of our future and build a bright tomorrow for our families and our home. Thank you very much.
Some say another person would better serve the business of Hamilton. But you are the business of Hamilton, and you Tony, whatever happens in this fight, I know that we're all believing in the building of our great party, and we will do it together. Thank you very much.
Good luck, Tony.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck, my friend.
Thanks.
We're really just trying to set up the room so that we can manage all of our...
Look, and I'm Sheila's mother, and I know what you guys have done for her. You know. Could write a book. They're not letting the media in, which I find strange. You know, it's a democratic process, and I don't know.
Coming up, the real face of politics. More of our inside look at what really happened in the showdown between veteran MPs Tony Valeri and Sheila Copps.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Leon's, the exclusive home of integrity pricing, and this month's legendary Don't Pay a Cent event. Leon's, it's all about trust.
When joint and muscle pain caused by arthritis strikes, it hits hard. For fast penetrating pain relief, strike back with Lakota Topical Pain Reliever. Get medicine that works. Lakota.
Ride, rope, and wrangle. Rodeo's greatest outdoor competition. Round up for the richest ride and the ultimate GMC Calgary Stampede Primetime Showdown. It all happens July 18th on CBC.
A smart enemy hits you exactly where you think you're safe.
Against the brutal backdrop of war, during a nation's darkest hour.
They're gonna need all the help they can get.
How could they order you to go?
I will come back.
An epic love story blossoms, and friendships are tested.
I think I'm falling for her.
Jerry Bruckheimer's Pearl Harbor.
Peace talks useless.
Starts Sunday, July 25th at 8 on CBC television. Brought to you in part by KFC.
Wait, remember, the launch angle determines velocity required, and taking into account a drag coefficient of x minus mass times velocity. There, simple math.
With its science center, museums, and so much more for your kids to discover. Once you've experienced Toronto, you'll be transformed.
Drag coefficient.
See it all and book your trip at torontotourism.com.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages.
Theater by the Bay presents As You Like It, directed by Daryl Cloran. For tickets, call 705-735-9243. Sponsored in part by CBC Television.
Hang on, I'm gonna slap one on here.
From the Coen brothers, the story of 3 stumbled bum convicts.
We're in a tight spot.
With a plan, but not a clue.
Who elected you leader of this outfit?
If you just stick with me, we can fix this thing.
They're on a quest.
Come and get us, Converse!
George Clooney, John Turturro, Holly Hunter, and John Goodman. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Monday at 8 on CBC. The new Beachcombers television movie is back this summer.
The old place hasn't changed a bit. I'm in love!
You are not going to run a restaurant. I want them out.
I'm a new tenant.
Consider yourself evicted.
Return to Molly's Reach.
I just co-signed. You know, for security?
You dropped your old boyfriend off in the middle of nowhere.
We got a problem, bro!
Don't miss the new Beachcombers.
Tell me you didn't sign anything.
Knock it down!
Thursday, July 22nd on CBC Television.
Thousands of members, a chaotic voting system, and 2 political careers on the line. The battle royale between Sheila Copps and Tony Valeri had drama to spare. But was it all rigged?
Any people here from Stony Creek? Yeah, are you from Stony Creek? What part of Stony Creek? The Italian part? I didn't see it. That's stupid, I know.
Slowly, slowly, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody know any good jokes?
Good luck. You'll need it.
I've cost you too much money.
You cost us too much money. Yes, Ms. Cobbs. Taxpayers' money.
I've always been a Liberal supporter, and now I'm not even on the bloody list, and I went right down to the office and I signed up.
I hope you do a better job for us if we're still working.
Well,
I haven't done nothing yet.
They didn't have my name on the list, so they sent me in another line. I told them to shove it. I wasn't on that line.
It's unorganized, and I'm very unhappy. 2 hours of my time wasted.
Right down that way, please.
There might be a list inside. There's another list inside you need to verify with. Okay, she's on there, you're not.
How long you been in line for?
2 hours.
Okay, thank you.
And when I get up there, they tell me I got no vote.
I'll tell you one thing, you showing up is going to cause me to win the election.
Oh, I hope
It will, because you know why? When everybody saw the people that were here for me, they all switched their vote. I can't explain, other than the fact that they're not equipped to do this kind of thing, and they haven't got the personnel, so that's why I think it should be done by Elections Canada.
Elections Canada needs to run these things. This is ridiculous. You're just not capable
I don't disagree with that.
of handling it.
People are being frustrated by the wait. We thought this would happen. We need to try to make our people feel better. We need to make them feel like it's actually, you know, the line is moving.
Like some water while you're waiting. There you go. You're all part of history. This is like one of the biggest voter turnouts ever.
Why? What do you need?
I mean, this is nuts. It's not organized. There should have been more security. We have people that are leaving. So if you can do me a favor and try to get 30 people to help me out. 25.
Please have your ID ready showing your age.
We have to show their age.
For the purposes of this line, we're asking people who are 70 years of age or older to be in this line, or people who have physical disabilities. You need to be
65 is not a senior. You say that.
My understanding is, and again, I will check this periodically to make sure that my understanding is correct and up to date, is that if people are required for physical support, they absolutely can go in. I endeavor, in my unpaid wages here, to limit it to one person, because clearly you don't need 4 people for support unless they're physically carrying you in.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, she okay. My husband's got to go to too because he drive us.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
They have a rule where people who are disabled that can vote right through here and not have to put the line or whatever. So we just make sure that we try to escort our voters who are in that kind of situation. So that's really about it.
So was there one eligible voter that went in, or more than one?
Actually, I think in that case there were 3: the elderly woman and then the husband and wife of the parent who are accompanying them. So.
Organizers say they're planning to keep polls open until at least 7:30 Eastern time tonight and start counting the votes after that.
Yeah, is he on the list? I'm going to check in there because he was one that that we submitted the transfer form. They're giving us problems on our 400 transfers? All of our transfers? We have huge problems with transfers.
It's tough.
No, but it's not tough. We had 400 names that were transferred. And I have copies of everything, okay? And they were all sent away, all the transfers. That's 400 votes. And when you get a list at midnight, like it's just you can't have an election. You get the voters list at midnight.
Or this many meetings on the same weekend, drawing on the resources of the party to this extent. Because that's part of the problem, is they haven't concentrated their energies in one meeting.
Hi, how are you?
And that's what they really should have done to make sure that it worked properly.
And you know what's happening too? A lot of their people were going up in a group, and when they got to go in, one person was going to vote, 10 people would get out of line.
Is that right?
Yeah. So they were going through twice.
Get out of line to do, what do you mean?
Because they had already voted. Just plug it in. And they were coming back in the line to plug up the line.
Eligible, just plugging up.
Thank God they agreed to extend it. I wonder why. Oh, no, they had to agree to extend it. They had to? How could you the place full of this, they're looking for a riot? Yeah.
They won't let me vote.
What do you mean they won't let you vote?
They won't let me vote. I even went to get the yellow
Okay,
form.
well, we'll get the...
I said, I'm going to the press.
She has a form here that has everything in it, including, except the fact that the Liberal Party didn't sign the form, and now they're saying that she can't vote because the Liberal Party didn't sign the form. This is fraud, okay? And if that doesn't get dealt with by the Liberal Party, we're going to have to contest the whole thing. We got the forms at midnight last night, the final list, okay? We were guaranteed a 7-day return on the forms. And if people like her are not allowed to vote, that's fraud.
Yeah. We have an hour left to get people here, and that's what we have to focus on.
No, I know.
Tough call, sir. Tough call. Tough call. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What I'm observing today, the really thing is that it's a battle of two continents, East versus West. I don't know, somebody's gonna win, but big question mark.
Okay, I just did a walkabout. There's nobody outside of the cafeteria or gym lined up. I'm now leaning towards saying let's stick at 9 o'clock, unless you guys disagree.
I was ready to go to 9:30.
I want 9:30. I'm with Phillips on this.
Is there a consensus on that?
Yeah, I'm happy. We want 9:30.
I have consent from both camps. 9:30. Okay. 9:30, barring calamity.
The doors are going to close at 9 o'clock, aren't they?
They're saying 9:30.
No, who says 9:30?
Chris.
Chris, 9 o'clock. Nobody's voting right now. Like, there's nobody voting left. Enough already.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. It's a half an hour from now. Why are they putting up till 9:30?
Because we wanted our additional. Look, we've got people in Bar Lake who haven't voted.
No.
You got 4 in Bar Lake. You got a bunch of. There's 3 buses coming.
Yeah, I know, but they have 45 minutes, and
we want them to go back and get additional buses out.
Well, I'm
because
not...
people are working. It's Saturday. People work shifts till 8. Our people aren't even. I mean, the reason we've got Saturday is because we've got problems. Sure.
Well, I'm trying to pull more vote, and most people are saying their vote is all pulled. Okay. So I'm not sure because right now
they told me get more time because we've got buses getting more people in. So I got to go with the buses.
Okay, go. So it's 9:30.
9:30.
Oh, it's an hour. Okay.
So we just that's the good news for us.
Okay, let's pull vote.
When we come back, the vote, the aftermath, and the calls for investigation.
Hang on, I'm gonna slap one on here.
From the Coen brothers, the story of 3 stumbled bum convicts.
We're in a tight spot.
With a plan, but not a clue.
Who elected you leader of this outfit?
If you just stick with me, we can fix this thing.
They're on a quest.
Come and get us, converts!
George Clooney, John Turturro, Holly Hunter, and John Goodman. Oh, brother, where art thou? Monday at 8 on CBC.
There. Honey, I'm home.
Honey?
Hi. Guess what? I'm painting again.
Again? But you've never painted. Hey. Who's that?
My model.
With so many galleries, museums, and exhibitions in Toronto, once you've been here, you'll be transformed.
This painting needs a...
See it all and book your trip at torontotourism.com.
Impetuous desires, shameless abandon, raw ambition, and towering egos.
Ernest Hemingway. Morley Callahan.
2 writers would become legendary friends.
I've never met anyone quite like Ernest.
It's a bookstore or a goddamn library.
It's so rare to find a god among men.
Only to turn into bitter rivals.
There was a darkness in him. Let him be the gem.
Hemingway versus Callahan concludes Thursday at 8 on CBC.
Time for a new dishwasher? Perfect timing, because Leon's legendary Don't Pay a Cent event is on now. It's our most incredible sale ever. You'll find scorching savings on furniture, on appliances, and on electronics. And you don't pay a cent for 12 incredible months. Hurry in today.
Big time, baby. Is that what your phone company thinks of themselves? Big suits, big offices, big lunches. So where's the big value, the big savings? Introducing FCI Broadband. Free extended local calling area, free 30 minutes long distance in Canada every month, and true broadband internet access. Stop paying for the big guys. For details, visit fcibroadband.com.
The battle was long and hard-fought and personal, until finally all there was left to do was vote, and then wait to deal with the accusations and the fallout. Here's the conclusion of Showdown in Steeltown.
We have an hour. We have an hour. So let's pull some more out of the buildings, eh?
Sure.
Okay. But you have the list?
Sheila Copps worried, remembering her first election call where she lost the vote by only 17 votes, and so she's out there. Every vote counts.
There's 355.
Okay, I got 285.
Okay,
right here.
285 right there. Pull the votes, and we're up in the next one. And then take them in the bus right here. Hi, Mrs. Nerd. Oh, hi. How are you? Did you get a chance to get out and vote?
No, I couldn't.
You couldn't, eh?
He was too sick.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, thank you very much, dear.
Did you?
It's not finished yet. We're still working on it.
Wow.
Thanks. Thank you, honey. Bye.
Get this cross.
Okay, thank you. Did you get a chance to get out and vote?
We went out, never set your lineup.
There's no lineup at all. It'd take you like, well, there's no lineup. It'd take you like 10 minutes. And we got the people downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Okay, excellent. But if we don't hurry up and get down, we won't make it. Hey, how are you? Perfect timing. That's great. Thank you so much. One last person. Now, Paul, if you let me drive, I'll get us there. I told you I'd get you there. He's only got 10 minutes, right? Oh my God, the elevator was like the slowest thing going. It's probably not a good idea to like run a red light. Okay, one more. Gotta get her in.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to knock you out.
Are you okay? Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know how the police was. Whose car is this? I don't even know whose car this is. 2 minutes! Oh, thank you. Gracias.
Sheila.
Any last voters going once? One, two. Any last voters going twice? There's someone coming down the road. One more. Let it go. Vote. See my jacket and then vote. That's it. The successful candidate and the next, indeed the first, Member of Parliament for Hamilton East, Stoney Creek, Tony Valeri.
Obviously, we'd like to know those numbers.
What an exciting day this has been.
Let me begin my remarks by saying thank you all for your patience. I want to say to Sheila, you ran a spirited campaign and you are a worthy opponent. Sheila's contribution to our community will not soon be forgotten.
That was the biggest scam going.
Honestly, you know what?
Honestly?
Watching people walk around with handfuls of ballots just sort of standing around. 313 ballots? Come on.
It's so frustrating.
You couldn't grab one of the officials and...
He is the official.
Oh, shit.
The process was one that we both operated under. I mean, I had people walk out of the room upset because they couldn't vote. You know, we had hundreds of people fall into that category. And so at the end of the day, I think the sheer volume of people that were coming out today was one that was obviously difficult to manage. But at the end of the day, I think that they did as good a job as they could with the process, and I have every confidence in the returning officer and the chair of this meeting that they acted in a fair and transparent manner.
You did a fantastic job. I don't think you could have done anything different.
Well, when you have the Prime Minister and the PMO and all of them telling us that we weren't going to win if we put our hat in the ring. At the very beginning, we were called, and they said, you know, you're not going to get anywhere if you do this. You're the winner. I love you, Sheila. I'm not ready to personally concede, but I guess you can't beat City Hall, as they say, if they're out there to screw you.
If the Liberal Party thinks that they're going to build a team based on deception, you know, it's going to be a house without a foundation.
They're running everything now.
Thank you.
Sheila is the winner. She's the real winner.
I will not live in this country with a cheater. I will do what I have to do to get Sheila in power.
Every single one of you touch the people, and that's why at this point in time, I feel as frustrated as you do that the party that I have believed in all my life seems to not be as fair as I thought it would be. I always thought it would be a fair party and a fair process.
Sheila has a habit of using heightened rhetorical language, and I can't speak for her. What I can say is that maybe her frustration over some of the irregularities in the voting, which I must say that we experienced, I would say, more than she did. We had hundreds of people turn away to vote, hundreds of people who were not on the voters list.
My daughter said to me, I guess about a month ago, she said, Mom, you work so hard for people, and a lot of people don't really realize how hard you work, and, pack it in. That's what my daughter said. She's going to be 17 this month. And, live some life for yourself. So I have to think about that, too. I can't always think about the Liberal Party.
Like the Rocky movies, it's round one. I have a message for everybody. My wife does not quit. She doesn't quit, okay?
Good afternoon, Tony Valeri's office.
I don't think the nomination process is open to preferred outcomes, and I think people that suggest that, I think, are not very familiar with the process itself.
I thought that they'd be more sophisticated about it. I didn't think they'd be so blatant. It's almost as though they've had such a great run at fooling everybody all the time that they just believe they could run roughshod over democracy and nobody would say anything because everybody's scared. You should see it in Ottawa. I mean, the climate of fear in the caucus is palpable.
why not reopen the process? I think it's a disservice to the over 5,000 people that came out and stayed through the whole thing and cast their ballot. What do you say to those people? That you stood there for 2 hours and 3 hours, the over 5,000 of you, and now we're going to go through this again. Why? Because Ms. Copps doesn't like the outcome. Here are the bells that basically tell us that we've got a vote. That's where I'm off to. Great. I guess Marcel would be downstairs. Okay. Thanks, Adam. See you later. See you, Ben.
It's a good thing I cleaned out the driveway.
So to quote the Honorable Charles Katcha,
C'est moi.
I want to tell your mother that the Liberal Party lost and you won. And your mother will agree with that, because she said to me, if you win, you lose, and if you lose, you win.
I've always said that about politics. If you win, you lose, and if you lose, you win. If you win.
But I mean, the conundrum of that, though, is if you follow that logic, then at the end of, on Sunday I was just sort of at the point where, I'm going to walk away and actually have a life. And so then the question is, what draws you back in?
What draws you back? In this case, it's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. It's searching for the truth. Get the truth out, and you can be happy. You got it out, and that's really, I think, what we're down to.
Of course, the controversy didn't end there. Sheila Copps appealed the outcome of the vote, and she filed a complaint with the RCMP based on voting irregularities, including a claim that many of her supporters had been left off the voting list intentionally. She eventually withdrew the appeal, charging that the party rules were stacked against her. Tony Valeri went on to win his seat in June's federal election by less than 1,000 votes, in largely the same riding that had elected Sheila Copps for a 6th term as their MP in 2000 by more than 10,000 votes. Just after her nomination loss, Sheila Copps was also approached by the NDP and considered leaving the Liberals altogether to run against Mr. Valeri. She didn't. But many other wannabe MPs did change parties in the months leading up to the federal election in the search for political success. BC's Keith Martin and Nova Scotia's Scott Bryson left the new Conservative Party to join up with the Liberals, as did former NDP Premier Ujjal Dosanjh. And all three won their ridings. But did these politicians betray their parties and their principles? And what about you? Ever been betrayed? When the country starts talking about betrayal, we know this is a job for the Sunday Confessional.
And now, Sunday Confessions.
Have you heard about what Sheila Copps is thinking of doing?
Going to the PCs?
Going to NDP.
NDP, oh, that's right, yes. Yeah, I have heard that. I saw the news today.
Right, and how about Keith Martin?
Keith Martin?
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Have you heard about what Sheila Copps is thinking of doing?
Dude, I don't follow politics.
A lot of people say these are acts of betrayal. Have you ever known betrayal in your life?
Yes. A friend of mine basically was telling my parents everything that I've done. I guess it's just kind of like a pot stir type thing.
But she's not telling your parents about pot. So you just, she was.
No, I'm still not answering that question.
Boyfriend betrayal?
What happened?
I guess, had another girlfriend.
He did? Mm-hmm. Did he stay with the other girl?
No.
So would you have taken him back?
No.
No.
Not after something like that.
Oh, I see. So it's a one-strike policy?
That's right.
How about
one strike and you're out.
Have you ever experienced betrayal in your life?
I guess.
Like in what way?
Like when my boyfriend broke up with me, but we're back together now for this stupid bitch.
I get a call from my friend about a month later saying he saw my girlfriend making out with some other guy.
Oh my God. Any girl betrayed you?
Dishonesty, yeah, but...
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So give it what happened.
Are you guys serious? Are you guys serious? I can't say that, man.
You're
I can't.
Nothing from
they
your
make
past?
me sweat here already.
Have you ever experienced someone betraying you in your life?
Yeah.
What happened?
My boyfriend cheated.
Did you break up with him?
No. Because I loved him too much, right, you know?
My ex-girlfriend went to military college, and she met someone else.
She did.
Yeah, it didn't tell me, but it's okay.
A soldier.
Well, a soldier. Yeah, she did meet a soldier.
How did you deal with it?
How do I deal with it?
Did you turn to the bottle?
No.
My mom, when she left my dad.
Your mom left your dad?
Yeah. And I still hate her to this day. Like, I love her, but inside, you always have the... I just hate her for that.
You do? Yeah. How old were you when she left?
8.
Are you getting the dry mouth there?
No, I'm all right. I'm all right.
You can deal with it?
I can deal with it.
Have you been under pressure like this before, to tell the truth?
Not backed in a corner like this, no.
It's not backed in a corner. You walked into
I did walk into the confessional. You're right.
You're not the victim here.
No, I'm not the victim.
But I'm making you feel like
You're
that.
making me feel like I did something wrong, you know.
All right, Lydia. Well, thanks, and I hope you and your mom,
Oh, we're fine.
You're good, yeah.
We're perfectly fine.
But you're still pretty hardcore about it.
Yeah, I always will be.
And that's it for this summer edition of CBC News Sunday. We'll be back again next week. From all of us here, thanks for watching. We'll see you again in 7 days.
His goal was hockey.
Golf's no different from hockey.
With that drive, he can make a whole lot of money.
Just tap it in.
After all, every pro has a style.
Come on, I can't hear you! It's a disgrace to the game.
No swearing, no throwing clubs, no hitting other players.
This man is destroying golf. I'm a hockey player.
Happy Gilmore, Monday, July 19th on CBC.
Now with the Brick, get same-day delivery. Buy it today, get delivery today. And you don't pay this year, not even next year. You don't pay until 2006. Now through this weekend at the Brick. Open Saturday till midnight.
I don't care much for shortcuts. Don't believe in them. I know they can save time and money, but at a price I'm not willing to pay. When it's your name people trust, you can never compromise quality or taste. Not now, not ever.
Schneider still insists that quality never be compromised, so we still use only our finest cuts of meat trimmed by hand. We think it's worth it. Schneider's. JM would be proud.
Who wears short shorts? We wear short shorts. Try Nair No Heat Wax Roll-On. The first ever No Heat Wax Roll-On. Leaves skin smooth and soft, weeks longer than shaving. Smooth, simple. Nair No Heat Wax.
I barfed all over the teacher's desk. I fill up when there's a bug in my tummy. All over Daddy's car.
For vomiting, nausea, and dizziness, Gravol helps mommies feel better.
How's the heartburn? It's gone. I took Tums. That was fast.
Interesting thing. When you ingest Tums, it goes directly to the acid in your stomach and actually converts it partially to water. And Tums contains calcium, something your body uses anyway.
Anyway.
Oh, you should have been at the
Tums knocks out heartburn fast. That's all you really need to know.
Now there's new Tums Smooth Dissolve. It's so silky smooth, you have to try it to believe it.
2006. It's never happened before. Now with the Brick on everything in the store. You can get it now, but you don't pay this year or next year. You don't pay until 2006. Nobody beats the Brick.
If you just stick with me, I got a plan.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? Monday at 8 on CBC.
Since we've been following your lead, we got nothing but trouble.